Hello and welcome to Learn Data. It's great to have you on this channel. I'm Nilesh, and in this video we are going to learn more about time in Pandas. We are going to look at the function pd.Period and its usage. So let's get into Jupyter notebook and start coding. Here I've already created a new notebook and imported two libraries, NumPy and Pandas, and these are the versions that I'm using. So for period, let's go ahead and look at the help. So P with a capital period with a capital P, and look at what parameters we can pass. So we have value, frequency, year, month, quarter, day, and all the way up to seconds. And we can also specify quarter as 4Q and then the year. So that's really nice. Let's try out and see or some of those functionalities that we have. First one, we'll create a variable p in which we'll store the output pd.Period, and here let's say year is equal to 2020 and frequency is equal to year, so we are using just the year. And now if you look at p, we get this value, but then if we really want to look at what the period is it's actually a range. So let's go ahead and print that. So p is equal to first we'll print p, and that's going to be just the value p. Then we are going to print the start time, so p.start underscore time, and that will be printed. So that would be the start time so of the range that it creates. And then the next one we'll look at is the end time, so p dot end underscore time, and if we print that out in just a moment. Okay, so that's the output. So here, as we can see, when we specified the year as the frequency and the value for year was 2020, we do get what we get is 1 year, one full year starting from January 1st to midnight of December 31st. Okay, if we specify 2y, then we go all the way from January 1st of 2020 all the way up to December 31st of 2021. So that's a long time span of 2 years. Next, let's look at how we can use the timestamp to see if it falls within a given range. So in this, let's say we have p.start underscore time, and if you want to check this timestamp pd.timestamp, it has the year 2020, we have the month as 06 and the day as 30, and let's give it year of hour of 11 and then 00. Now let's see if we can find if that particular date is within the start and end time created by pd.Period. As we can see, it is within that range, because even if we put this as just 1 year, we see that it lies within that year, so we do get the value out as true. Next, let's look at another example. I'm going to change a couple of things here. So let's use p is equal to pd.Period, and let me go ahead and copy this. Now here we'll use the year is equal to 2020 and month is equal to 6 and frequency is equal to m for month. And now if we copy this part, paste it here, and see what the range look like, we start at the 6th month of 2020. So we started June and because we just have frequency of 1 month, we end at the midnight of 30th of June right here with 59:59. And if we want to check if the 30th of June is within that range, we do see that it is within that range. However, if we changed it to 7, then we get false. So that's one of the usage of using period, which basically gives us the range of range of time. Now another example we can look at is using a string with pd.Period. So pd.Period, and here if you specify a date string, say this one, and now if you look at the start and end times, we see that the start time is 00, so that's the midnight of the maybe the last day, and then midnight of this day. So we have 24 hours here, and if you now want to check if this timestamp is within that range, it's going to be false. However, if we change the date to 13 and then run this, we can see that yes, it does fall within this particular date range. So it is included in those 24 hours that we have created with pd.Period. Now similarly, similar to this, we can use quarter. So if we type p is equal to pd.Period, and if we specify year is equal to 2020, then quarter is equal to 4. So we are now looking at the fourth quarter, so last quarters. And if you specify frequency is equal to, let's say, 4 months, and those should be in quotes for m, and below that if we'll print the output, we see that it does start in October, 1st of October, and then let's put 3 here, so 1st of October, and does end in the December 31st, midnight of December 31st. And of course the July won't be in this, so therefore we get a false. However, if we change that to 10, then we do get a true, that particular value lies within that period that we have created. There is yet another way in which we can create a period. So p is equal to pd.Period, and here we'll specify frequency. So let's go ahead and first put the year. So year is 2020, month, and this time we specify the month as well. So let's say month is 2, and day is 21, hour is 8, and let's go ahead and specify a minute as well. Minute, let's say it's 21, and frequency, we are looking at frequency of seconds. So the start date would be that, and then we are going by seconds. And here, as we can see, the start date then is timestamp is 21st of February, and it's 8 o'clock in the morning, 8:21. And because the increment is in seconds, we are starting with 0 second, and then we are going almost up to 1 second. So essentially we are looking at all the microseconds here, and that would be in the date range. So when we run this, even if we specify, let's say 221, so I'm going to go ahead here and specify 02-21 and run this. So this is false because we are outside, we are looking at 11 o'clock, but the time starts only at 8 in the morning. So let's go ahead and change that 21. Now if we specify this, we are in that date range. So if we specify 0.6, then we are in that range. So that's how we can create a period at right from seconds frequency all the way up to the year or month frequency. Finally, let's look at how we can do arithmetic with the period. and pd.Period, and here we have year is equal to 2020, and we have the frequency is equal to, let's say, hours. So when we run this, we do see that this is the case. Now if we add, let's say, a number 9 to this, what we actually did, let me copy this, paste it here, and run this without that. So what we did here is we added the number 9 to the hour position in that period. Now if we want to go ahead and print this to check the ranges that we are going to create in each of these cases, so here we are starting at 8 o'clock, so this has to be p is equal to okay. So now we start midnight 0, and then we end on the same day after 24 hours. When we add the 9 to the hours, we no longer start at 00, we start at 09, and then we do end at 9 past midnight. So that's what we see at the 9 is added for the end time as well. I hope in this video you learned how to use pd.Period, and what it does, it uses a span of time, a range of time within which you can compare or check if values exist. I'm sure there are other applications of this as well, and we'll look at that as we dive more deeper into the time domain for pandas in a couple of videos. Here at least I hope you learned how to use pd.Period to understand the ranges of data, and in the past videos I hope you learned how to use pd.timestamp, pd.date_range, pd.to_datetime, and to_time delta. Those are a couple of very useful commands. If you haven't already, I'll highly recommend you go back and revisit those videos to really understand what they can do, and it will definitely help you in learn more complicated aspects of handling time series in future videos. Please like, share, and click the bell icon below to subscribe. I hope to see you all in the next video. Thank you.